Yo-ho, good day, and welcome back to Tanimura for episode 2 of our Cities Skylines inspirational build. You might notice there are two container yards that have been removed, and I did that because they are gonna pollute up this area, and by the end of this episode I want to decorate this area with trees. They would die, it would get ugly, I don't want that, so these two are gonna be placed elsewhere. Furthermore, this episode I will place a police station, a fire station, and we will expand our population so to reach our next milestone. And by the end of the episode I will start decorating up this area a little so it's a bit more pleasing to the eye. I mean, I wouldn't really want to live here yet, so why would my citizens, right? So, let's get into it. These two have been removed, they need a new place, and I think I'm going to expand this grid just a little bit. So, for that, we're going to delete these two pieces of road, and we're gonna draw this one out by not 10 but 8 tiles. Let's turn off the road guidelines for this, or else it will get messy. So 9, 8 tiles, yep, up by 20, connecting here, and connect this one here. So now we will have, what's this? Why is it shattered? So it keeps on shattering. I guess it's because of the terrain. I guess we still need those roads then. So yeah, put this one back in and then extend it by 10. Down by 20 and in here, so we get at least some nice grids to work with. And so the two container yards that disappeared, we're going to put them over here and over here, and of course make them historical. We don't want the container yard vibe to turn into something more rancid. Then we will need a police station, so this one, it's 4 deep. It will not give me the ability to make a path behind it, so the other one will have to be the one that we use here. And since we're running out of money, I will take a loan, repay the other one to keep our costs down, and the fire station should be right about here, I think, overlooking the town with its tower and near to the industry for, well, when one of the more dangerous uses bursts into fire. We don't want it to entirely burn the town down, right? So here we go, a fire station. Then we're going to draw out a district, because this part of town, it needs a name. So I think the district size eventually is going to increase a bit, but I'll draw it out like this for now. And I'm going to call this district Crossing, because, well, it's gonna be across the river from the downtown, and they wouldn't have put too much thought into a hasty expansion. So crossing it is. Tanimura Crossing. What a wonderful neighborhood to live in. So let's get it building a little. I always play the game at 1 speed. I really don't like the sight of vehicles moving around really fast, and yeah, I just like the chill experience of a nice tranquil city. Ooh, there's buildings leveling up. They don't change shape because I made them historical. Exactly as I wanted to. So that will give us more residents, but it won't cost us more space, and I think we will give this area some residences too. So I will not fill out the entire bit with these kind of houses, because near the beach people get to choose their form of residence slightly more. That ground would be more expensive, more liberties would come with it. So I'm going to do only the first 8 with the find it tool. I'm going to use 3x3s, of course. And I'm going to change it up again by using these. As to not making this neighborhood too monotonous. We do not want to look at that. I don't. I'm guessing you don't either. Or you do. It could be. But yeah, you could just dig the total symmetry of the same building everywhere, but I don't, so I'm going to do this. Let's get some more residents moving in, and let's get this town growing a little. So up next, let's do some street naming, I guess. While residents move in, let's give the streets in this town some names. So I think around the industry, people, well, they wouldn't have used that many imaginative names. They probably just gone about, oh, well, that's a weird shape of street. Yeah, let's make this one just this and name it Plant 1. Then we're gonna name this one Plant 3. So I'm gonna give the horizontal streets numbers, uneven numbers, and the vertical ones will have even numbers. So this one will be Plant 5. This one will be Plant 6 if we get its shape right. So yeah, Plant 7. Then this one will be Plant 2. Plant 4. Plant 6. And Plant 8. So that's it for our industry area. Then for the residential area, I think we should we should give them more water first, it seems. So let's up the budget a little, nothing special, just to make those people happy again, so they can drink again. So I was going to use names of capital cities for the street names of the residential area. And since I'm from Europe, I will start by using European names. So this street, well, first off it will have to just be here. Why is it here? Oh wait, that's of course because it loops around. Yep. Yeah, this will be Tirana Street. After the capital of Albania. Yeah, typo. So the rest of this I will do off camera so as not to bore you with all of it. So now that's all sorted out, I think we should rename this avenue Crossing Avenue. So let's do that. And we will name this entire 4-lane the CP Drive after the crossing plant that's at the end of it. So that's nice. Now all our streets have names of our own choosing, except for the roundabout, but I'm not really bothered about that one. We're already at 950 inhabitants, so I'm thinking we should zone some more residential. Yeah, people seem to want it, so why not? I'm still gonna be quite particular about the shape and size of the houses. So I'm thinking these get to be 4x3s, and they get to develop as they wish. They don't have to be made historical at any point. And I will add some commercial. I think I really want something next to the police station, because just filling that out will feel quite a bit better. I don't think I'm eventually going to get to put a path behind it, because, well, the terrain is just too uneven. I guess it will get really wonky. But at least we will have a store here and some dirt to border against the industrial behind it. Nice building level ups. Oh, some garbage problems. Oh no, it's the crime rate that's high. Well, our police should be able to get there. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's actually quite far away. So I guess they need another police station. Maybe I should put it at the end of this street, near the water, near the beach. Wouldn't be as odd a place. Yep, let's just do that. It has water, it does not have power, so let's give it some temporary electricity lines. And yes, there we go. That's in. That will make our citizens happy. And what has spawned here? Coin laundry. Well, why not? Why not? Don't think you actually get your laundry back clean, but you can always try, right? Yeah, you can always try. If you hurry from the laundry to the car and then drive home, do not expose it to the air that's around here, because it's rancid. It is not very healthy to breathe. Luckily, our commercial users don't really care about that. They're tolerant people. Yeah. So now we can add some more housing next to this, I think. Let's see, what do I want? What do I want? So another 4x4, I think. Yeah, that should do it just fine. And yeah, let's also give some small 3x2 houses. The ground is expensive there, so let's put it to proper use. And some more electricity problems. Yeah, the budget is too low again, so let's raise it. We're still making a slight... well, we're not making a profit, but that's okay, we can live with it. We have enough money. We won't bleed out too hard over time. We can put another house in here. Good. Come in, people. So I think we're going to extend those 3x2 lot sizes to this area as well. People would want to live here, even though their housing wouldn't be that big. So I'm going to leave spaces so they grow in exactly 3x2 and not a different shape. And after these two spawn in, I will fill out these two areas and they will grow in the same size. But we'll have to wait for that, I guess. So I'm also thinking this could use one extra shop by now. Let's add some commercial zoning. This is going to be a path, and I think I want to decorate it a little off to the sides right here. So this will be a 4x4 area, and this will be a 4x3. And that's the way it's gonna be. And that's all the shops that are going to be in this square. So the next shops we will create are going to be near the waterfront over here, looking out over the beach, like some kind of beach shops, you know, where you can buy some snacks or those really cool sunglasses, you know, something shiny, souvenirs. So this one is, yeah, there's too many of these in this bit, so I'll delete both. Let's hope assets I actually won't spawn in, because even though it's a rancid area, I still do kinda give a shit about actually making it somewhat nice to look at. And I think I will. It will be nice. Nice-ish. As polluted as it is. Darn it. So it's still polluted over here. I guess I'm going to have to deal with that because I'm not going to delete those as well. We already are pretty high in our industrial demand. We do need the industry for now. Bookstore with some parking lots, sure. And well, okay, if you really want to spawn in, stay there. Or maybe I'll just let this one upgrade. Yeah, let's do that. So we're still 200 people away from upgrading to our next milestone. So let's plop some houses in here, shall we? And I'm thinking I'm going to go for 4x3s here. These ones should do fine. 2 on both sides of the road. Just to have some nice homes next to what is eventually going to be a park. Make them historical because they're far away from the beach. They're not supposed to develop into rich housing. And I can also add in this one and this one as well. So does the power link through by now? Yep it does, so we can erase that power cable. Yeah, it's starting to grow, So, yeah, it's just waiting for our next milestone now. I tend to try not to rush towards them too much because it will eventually lead to some death waves, and if you just let it grow in gradually, it will cause less problems at a later date. It's just a way to deal with the game mechanics, I guess. So, what do I want here? Do I want this, or do I want something richer, or... I'm not quite sure yet. I think I'm going for 4x3s again. Yeah, I'm going for the same. Just to keep this small area quite uniform. Although over here it's gonna be 300. And let's have people move in there too. So our residential demand is actually the lowest of the three, and we have some industrial demand. I did prepare another grid over here, so I guess we will fill it in with some more nice container yards to live up to demand and satisfy our population. So more people will move in. Yay! Working at the container yard. It's gonna be so much fun. Let's all move to Tanimura. Woohoo! Yeah, I really hope I'm soon going to be able to provide them with some more inspiring jobs. Water shortage again, so I'm going to have to raise the budget. About here should be fine. Let's see it disappear. Yes, yeah, they're fine with it again. Then, since we need about 100 more inhabitants. Let's fill out this square as well. I'm thinking I'm going to continue the 4x3 lot size pattern with the same kind of houses, so yeah, it will be a nice neighborhood. Will be it will be someplace people will eventually be happy they get to live there. So this actually is probably the longest block of the city so far. So a lot of neighbors living on the same street. And then we also have almost filled out the entire area intended for residential use, so it's time to start thinking about what is next for this town. What is next? We could develop something on the other side of this road. We're gonna have industry over here, so I think I'd rather postpone that for a little. We could also further it to this side, and I think that is the right way to go for now. So let's first extend our 4-lane road from here to, well, how far can we go? Oh, and we hit our milestone already. So I'll first put down the road, and then we will, oh, that was a baddie. So I'll put down the road, and then I will take us through what we just unlocked, because some new toys to play with. It does sound nice to me. So we have unlocked park areas, industry areas, landscaping, even more policies, a lot more policies, also things like a pet ban, which I intend to never use, because who would not want people to have the joy of having a pet in their home? Like, why would you deny people that pleasure? It's not that much of a bother. At least, in my opinion. If you disagree, leave a comment and tell me I'm wrong. I get that there's multiple opinions on this, so we have also unlocked some paths. The industry road, fishing routes. We could dive into fishing industry. That would be fun, but I think I'll let it slip for now. I think I want to do forestry first. Some fences. Always nice to have fences. Parks. The high school. Public library. A warehouse yard. The Institute of Creative Arts, which is also a high school. A piers. A vertical farm. Just nice assets overall. And another high school, another pier, a tennis court. Yeah, I think we have enough to work with now, right? We have a lot to work with. So I think I'm going to build a high school and some parks, and then run the game while I decorate up a little. And that will be it for today. So yeah, let's start by building this high school then. I think I'm going to draw out this road with the curved road tool. I'm going to go up by 2, to the left by 2. I think this is 3. 2, yeah, and then I'm gonna straighten this right up until the highway, as close as possible. And then we will place this really nice European high school next to the bridge. And we will supply water to it, because it cannot survive without water. Imagine high school students having gym classes and not being able to get a drink or shower after. It wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't be nice at all. So now we're going to add a playground next to the elementary school. I think I'm gonna leave one square in between for a path to the high school. And we are going to add a basketball court as well. So the high school students have somewhere to play basketball. It's really not that weird, right? So let's draw in some pathways. I think this is going to be just a gravel path. And I'm also gonna connect it this way. I think I'll draw it straight until here and then use the curve tool to go a bit more freeform way. Yeah, that looks quite a bit better already, so yeah, let's play the game and see if our citizens like it. Meanwhile, let's do what I really wanted to do from the start. Let's put a path over this road so people can get from the residential area to the commercial and industrial areas. I think I'm going to use the I'm going to use a zoo path to give the entrance something nice. I will start over here and draw it by 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10, and I will decrease the incline of the hill, so now I go by 3 steps. Well, that's quite long actually. Let's go out by 5, and then cross the road and back by 5. So now we have this nice path crossing the road, and yeah, it's just a slightly nicer aesthetic to entering the town. I hope people will enjoy it. It will give them some chance to have some more accessibility without having to use their car. Then it's about time to start actually decorating up this area. First, I noticed that this one is not drawn in properly, so let's fix that first. It has to end at the same tile as the other one, right? And yeah, let's talk fences. Let's talk fences. I'm personally leaning towards a farm fence for this town entrance. I'm gonna use snap to the grid only, I think. And then I'm gonna use this grid to draw in a nice fence next to the road. And Then we reach the roundabout, so naturally the fence is going to curve as well. I'll put angle on it for this too. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I'll just do this like this. And for here I will do just about the same. And then I will use straight fences again here up until the fire station. And over here I will draw it up until the next road, just to give us a nice border against the arterial, and well, then we have this much empty space. And well, people tend to prefer looking at trees over looking at roads, so let's choose the right tree for this area. I think I'm leaning towards the Corsican pine because it lines well next to roads. It's getting dark, so I think I'm gonna pause the game while I decorate, so I at least have some daylight to work in. And so some Corsican pines up along this fence. It's bothering me that it's not letting me place one in between here, so I might just do this by hand. It's not as beautiful as a propped line tool, but it'll work. And yeah, for the path you can of course skip, that's no problem, and on the other side as well. So these trees will die from pollution, but I guess I'll have to live with it. Then we put a lot of trees here. Trees are my best friends, guys. I like my cities with a lot of trees. Just a lot of decoration in general. Yeah. So for this area I'm thinking I'm going for a slightly different pattern. I guess I will use the larger tree with leaves here in a row, so the community school has a nice border to it. I'm not gonna fence that area. I just don't think that kind of place would warrant a fence, so it looks fine like this. And besides the path I will use the smaller trees with leaves. Just like this. Yeah, this is starting to turn into a slightly nicer neighborhood already. I think I will do some more decoration off camera and then show off the result instead of sitting you through this for what will probably be for like 15 more minutes of me just putting down more and more trees. So, see ya. In a more decorated world, I have placed down rows of trees next to the arterial for until about the end of where we have built so far. I have placed some pathways in between the houses, so people now have their promised pedestrian facilities. I have added a dog park over here with some paths and trees around it. You own mostly some green trees with leaves, but a single alder just to spice it up a little more. And yeah, that's mostly it. I did still want to make a bit more of a fuss about this roundabout. It's nice that we have a water tower here, but it could use a little more, right? So, what do we think is nice when driving into a town like this? I'm thinking I'm thinking there should be some taller trees around it, but not too tall. Maybe these will work out for us. Let's see. So we'll attempt to draw a nice circle, and that does give it a slightly better look, but it could use a little more. So adding maybe a single redwood. Yeah, that's something that we could consider. Maybe a beach over here. And oh yeah, let's give it some overgrowth. I mean, this is not an area a lot of people walk in, so tends to be less maintained and a bit overgrown. Maybe a few little rocks in here and there. And that should be about it what I want to do to this roundabout. So now let's pick out a car that's driving into the city, follow it on its journey in, and when it reaches its journey, we will have ended our episode as well. So we're gonna follow this car into town and just get a good feel about how it feels driving into town right now. So thank you all for watching, and I certainly enjoyed making this episode a lot more than the first one. I mean, I got to decorate up this town a little, even though it does not quite look as pretty as I'd want to right now. I think I can live with it, and yeah, it's already quite a lot nicer drive into town than it used to be last episode. A lot of trees, just something to distract from the quite monotonous row housing next to the road. Yep, it's nice. So, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, a like is always welcome. And if you really liked it, subscribing is something you can do. And I will see you in the next episode of Tanimura.